What's going on YouTube? Yeeyee Dipper here again. Tonight we're back with another dip review, and this one I haven't done on this channel yet. I haven't even dipped it at all. Period. Okay, it's my first time dipping this dip. My buddy C-Hub actually got me into this dip. I noticed he told me he dipped it before, and I wanted to try it out. It sounds like a pretty good dip. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a pinch or two. I think I had a pinch. I had one pinch of it earlier today. Just picked it up from the dip store today, and I can't wait to do this review on it because it's a good dip. Alright, I'm gonna spoil it a little bit there for you in the beginning. It's a good dip, so stay tuned. Alright, that dip, ladies and gentlemen, it's Kayak Grape. Alright, Kayak Grape. It's got a kind of like a unique looking can design there, I guess you can say. It's got the kayak in the middle with the white letters with the red outline on it. It's got the all purple background. It's got the long cut moist snuff in the middle there. It's a very cheap dip. All right, as you can see, the can is all plastic on the front, and then the all silver plastic bottom. There's no sell by date on here, so I mean you really don't know if it's expired, to be honest with you. But which is, it kind of sucks, but I mean it's a good dip. It's cheap, like I said. I think I paid $1.19 a can for it. Some other states it could be 99 cents, 89 cents. I think the cheapest somebody told me it was like 79 cents somewhere. I think down south in Florida somewhere. But as far as it goes here in Maryland, it's about $1.19 a can, depending on where you go. Kayak Grape, like I said, is cheap, but it definitely has a good flavor. I like it. I'm going to throw a pinch in here in a couple seconds, but I'm going to tell you all how it tastes as soon as I put it in, and let's do it right now. Kayak Grape. Let's pack our cans here. Like I said, my first time doing it on camera. I mean, I guess you could say it's my first time dipping it, but I mean, I have dipped it today, earlier, but there you go. Nice little pinch there. I'm trying not to use a lot of it, honestly, because I want it to last a little bit, because I never know when I can go back there, but alright, let's throw it in here. Alright, so as you can tell right there by the amount of time it took me to pack it down with my tongue, Kayak Grape, it's what you call a mid-cut, alright? It's not a long cut. I mean, it is a long cut. They consider it a long cut dip. As you see on the front, you can see long cut moist snuff. Sorry about that. Got a notification on the phone. But yeah, like I said, it's considered a moist snuff, alright? But when you'll notice this when you pack it. When you pack it with your fingers and when you put it in your lip, it tastes and it feels like a mid-cut. Now, some people don't like mid-cuts. Some people either like fine cut or long cut. I'm basically an all long cut guy, unless it's like Coke Original Snuff. But other than that, I mean, I'm basically all long cut, but this dip is like a mid cut, alright? You can definitely tell, like, it's not cut long and it's not cut like a fine cut. It's in between. Depending on what can you get, I guess you can say. I've had a lot of people say that it's more long cut than fine cut. This is definitely a lot more finer than a long cut dip, but like I said, it's a mid cut. It's really easy on your gums. It doesn't give you like a crazy burn, and it's pretty nice. So, with that being said, as far as the flavor goes, it's probably, I'd say it's either my top or my second favorite flavor dip. Okay, Skull Cherries, definitely up there. It's either, I think they're basically tied for first. But I've been hooked on this stuff. Like I said, I just got it today for the first time, but as soon as I, put it in, I've been hooked on it. So it's a good dip. Try it out. I mean, a lot of people, they say they don't like flavored dips, but to me, this dip's kind of like it's not an artificial flavor. It's more of like it's more of a more real flavor, I guess you could say. They don't really add a lot of stuff to it to make it taste like grape. It just seems like the flavor's there. But anyway, getting on with the review here. For the pinchability, as I said, I don't know if y'all can see that, but inside that can is kind of like a mid-cut. As you can see, the strands aren't too long. I dropped a little bit there. The strands aren't too long. They're not too short. But it's a pretty good. It's not a very easy dip to pinch. But like I said, once you get used to it, once you start dipping a lot, you won't have any problems packing it in. Alright, so, as I was saying, sorry about that. As I was saying, as far as the texture of the dip, very, very moist. It's almost as moist as Copenhagen, and Copenhagen is very moist. This dip is very moist. It's very juicy too. I mean, like, you see me, I'm spitting a lot. I'm spitting almost every minute, if not more. Probably every 30 seconds, actually. But, it produces a lot of spit, which is, I like that. I don't like dry dips. But other than that, it's just a pretty good all-around dip. Alright, if I had to rate it on its taste, I give it an 8 out of 10. It's a very, very good tasting dip. And it's not that artificial, to be honest with you. It's not 100% artificial. Well, nothing's really 100% artificial, but it's not very artificial at all. That's what I'm trying to say here. Alright, so, the one thing I don't like about it is it's 100% domestic grown. Alright? Now, a lot of people say, what does it matter if it's domestically grown or if it's American grown? Well, I personally like American grown tobacco because, it comes from America. You can, I mean, it's not really like a trust issue, I guess you can say, but there's just something, I don't like about domestic stuff. And mostly dip. I mean, when dip's domestic, I feel like, there's not really a difference, but for some reason I just want it to be, made in America. Anyway, it's 100% domestic. If y'all know the Swisher Tobacco Company, they make like Swisher Sweets, stuff like that. They actually make this. They make Kayak, and this actually, I don't, do the Swisher Sweets, but my buddy that has done one, he said that the Kayak Grape tastes just like a Swisher Sweet. The grape version of Swisher Sweet. So I don't know if that's true, but if it is, then there you go. Alright, so, Kayak Grape, like I said, as far as, lastability on it, this lasts a while for me. I mean, I don't know about, like I said, every person is different, no matter what you do, but this dip lasts me about at least 30 minutes. I'll keep it in for an hour if I can. It starts to lose, like, pretty much all of its flavor at about an hour, but like I said, some people it loses flavor in like 20-30 minutes, so that's up to you. That's, that's all you. I mean, that's how your body, or your spit, I guess, reacts to it. But this lasts a long time for me, and I like it. So, as far as the can, like I said, it's all plastic on the front and the back. I thought it was pretty crazy how it didn't have a sell-by date on the back, but it doesn't. And like you see here on the side, it says Kayak. It's all purple. Not too much with the can, just an old style can. I like the can because it's simple. It's not like it's not complicated. I mean, you can look at it and you can just there's just something about it. I don't know. It's shiny. Look, It's pretty shiny. Anyway, that's about it for Kayak Grape, ladies and gentlemen. I highly suggest this dip. It's a good dip. This is only my second time doing it, like I said, but it got me hooked right away my first pinch. So if I were you, I'd dip it. Even start out on it, to be honest with you, because it's flavored. You know, it's cheap. I mean, you can buy like 10 cans of this for almost $10. I mean, it's a pretty good freaking deal. Maybe like $12. So, good stuff, cheap stuff. I highly recommend it. That's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Yeeyee Dipper. Stay safe, have a good night, and what's in your lip?